Hey, I'm Captain Pete Ramirez, ladder 102B shift, coming at you with another AFMA Training Minute, ladder edition. Going over extrication techniques. I'm going to begin with creating a purchase point. I'm going to use my spreaders. I'm going to show you two different methods. The first method is going to be a door pinch. So what we want to do is we're going to pinch closest to the nader bolt. And as you can see, that starts to open up the door here on this side. That's creating a purchase point. The second method I'm going to show you, which I prefer using, is going to be the window spread. So when we utilize this technique, we want to make sure, we want to be conscious of the door swing, right? So we don't want to set our tool up to where we're going to be crunching the door down and towards the ground, because the door doesn't naturally open that way. The door wants to swing open naturally. So that's going to assist our operation when we're doing this if we set our tool at an angle. So we want to be able to capture this part of the door and make sure that when we have the tip here, it's going to be spreading the door open and not down. When you spread the door, sometimes you'll be able to open the door up with just that alone, or as in this case. But if you need to start working towards the nader pin, this technique gives you a good advantage because it starts separating from a high position on the door, so then you can start working from top to bottom towards that nader pin. In an extrication scenario, if we've made access to the compartment, we spread the door open and the patient's able to get out, we're just going to go ahead and assist that patient. If we need to do extended extrication to where we need to take the door off, I'm going to show you a couple techniques on how to do that. One technique would be with the cutters, and obviously we'd just be cutting the hinges. When we're using the cutters and we're taking hinges, we'll just start with the top hinge and then work our way down to the bottom hinge. Very simple, straightforward. When we're using our spreaders, we're going to do an alternative technique. We're going to attack the bottom hinge first and then the top hinge. The reason why we're attacking the bottom hinge first, again, we're looking at the door, we're looking at our surroundings and what we're going to be working against. If we were to take the top hinge first as we're spreading this door, and the way that the spreaders are going to spread, we're going to start working towards the ground. This door is going to reach the ground and then become a force working against you. Once you have that top hinge off, you're going to be doing the same thing on the bottom hinge, and the door, like I said, will probably already be touching the ground, and then you're going to be working against the ground even more. So in order to take that factor out, we're going to start at the bottom hinge, spread this door out, and then that top hinge will have enough space between the door and the ground to where the ground's not going to affect us separating that door from the vehicle. So once the tool is set, the work becomes easy at this point. I'm really just have this hand for stability on the tool, and then I'm just operating the battery powered tool with this hand in a twisting motion. There's not much physical effort. The only other thing that I'm being cognizant about is the tool pushing into the patient compartment. As you can see, it's just along the rocker anyways, so we're in a good position here. So we got that bottom hinge, as you can see. Not working against the ground. Okay, tool set. As you saw, I took about 3 small bites in order for me to dig my tool in order to set the tips. Kind of just like almost like call it a Pac-Man effect. You want to take small little bites until you can set that tool, and then you can start working.